I discovered that there was a second label hidden underneath the medicine bottle I took every day. But I didn't make a fuss about it, continued to take the medicine on time as my mother instructed. After she left, I quietly spit out the pills in my mouth and began to wonder what these medicines really were. I was born with lower body paralysis, asthma, and diabetes. For 18 years, my mother had taken meticulous care of me. She would feed me my medicine on time every day. I had never doubted my mother's concern, because no one would harm their own child. One day, while my mother was on the phone, I wanted to secretly take some chocolate that I wasn't usually allowed to eat, but I discovered that the medicine bottle I had been taking regularly had my mother's name on it. My heart suddenly began to race. That night, when my mother handed me the medicine, I couldn't help but voice my doubts. My mother explained that the pharmacy had written the wrong name. I could only choose to trust my mother. The next morning, looking at the unfamiliar pills in my hand, a flood of questions arose in my mind, so I used my homemade arm extender to reach for the medicine on the high shelf. But just then, I heard a noise outside the door. It was the delivery truck bringing the mail. I hurriedly pressed the elevator button to retrieve the package, because it might be the university admission notice. But when I opened the door, I encountered my mother returning home.
Sweetheart, I told you if it's from a college, you will open it.
Back in the bedroom, I stared blankly at the medicine bottle with my name on it. I noticed a bubble on the label, so I slowly peeled off the label. To my surprise, the label underneath had my mother's name on it. That night, I spit out the medicine my mother had given me. After she fell asleep, I secretly got on the elevator and turned on the computer to look up what kind of medicine it was, but the computer couldn't connect to the internet, and I didn't notice that my mother was watching everything from the shadows. The next day, my mother hinted that I had been up late at night looking at the computer. I knew that I might be under surveillance, so I pretended to be looking up university information to cover it up. But this excuse obviously didn't convince my mother. I asked my mother to take me to the movie theater. Before leaving, I packed all the medicine I had collected over the past few days. I must uncover the truth. During the movie, I used the excuse of needing to use the restroom and went to the nearby pharmacy. But as soon as I walked in, I noticed there were a lot of people in line. At this pace, my mother would definitely notice something was off. So I used my disability privilege to push my way to the front of the line and showed the pills to the pharmacist, asking about their effects. But what the pharmacist said next left me in shock.
Says it's a muscle relaxant prescribed to reduce canine leg pain or leg discomfort.
If you gave a human being Lidocaine,
I suppose your legs could go numb?
when the truth was revealed, my mother had already appeared. I couldn't believe my own mother would harm me. I wanted to ask the people around me for help, but no sound came out of my throat. It turned out she had injected a sedative into my thigh. When I opened my eyes again, I was already back home, and there was a breakfast waiting for me by the bed, but all I wanted was to escape from here, to escape from my mother. But the door was locked tight and couldn't be opened, because the door had already been firmly blocked by my mother.